What is up guys, and welcome to my latest video here on SP Vids. Today I have a brand new device on the table, something a bit different today. This is by a company called Wunderkammer, and this is called the Wo0.1, and essentially it's a kind of all-in-one looper and music generation device. It's got loads of built-in sounds, drums, percussion, leads, stabs, basses, all those kind of things, and it's super small and lightweight, so it can be easily transported around. It's got a built-in battery, a built-in speaker and a built-in microphone as well, and yeah, overall I really like the styling of it. I think it's got that kind of teenage engineering look to it. Yamaha released a similar product not too long ago which looks similar too, and they've asked me to feature this on my channel because they're doing a Kickstarter at the moment. They're trying to get this going. This is not the finished article in terms of features. I don't think I've been sort of told to say that. There's going to be updates coming for this device, but yeah, I'm going to show you through kind of what it's about and what you can do with it. So first of all, just going around the device, like I mentioned, built-in speaker, built-in mic. You've got your keyboard roll here, which is obviously the black and white keys. These feel like computer keys. They're really nice though. They've got a good response to them. That's just the basic instrument when you load up. You've got your two dials here. This one on the left changes the volume of each instrument when you're adding it to the loop, and the one on the right is your main volume. So you can see here I've got mine set to full volume at the moment. Down the side there's an on and off switch, there's a 3.5mm jack output, and there's a USB-C, and that's used for updates, transferring files, and also you can use this as a MIDI controller for your DAW as well if you want to. So there's a few things that I need to mention before I start this. Once you start playing a loop and then pause it, you can't then restart the loop and start layering things again. So you have to kind of do it all in one go. There is a little bit of a workaround which you can do where you basically bounce what you've already recorded to a sample slot. It's not ideal that, and hopefully it's something that they might update in the future. It'd be really nice to stop the loop, have a break, come back, start it again and be able to add more stuff, but that's the way it works at the moment. So the first thing I'm going to do is kind of set a tempo. So to do that, you press and hold the click, and you choose one of the black keys. That's going to get you in the kind of range that you want, and then you can use the white keys to get even closer. So I'll show you what I mean here. Press and hold click, it gives you a preview. And I think somewhere around there is fine. You can also change the volume by pressing and holding click and turning this wheel. I'll get that nice and loud. And the first thing that I want to find is a hi-hat. So I'll press and hold instrument, I'll go to bank 2, and now that I'm inside bank 2, all of these white keys inside this bank are going to be hi-hat sounds. And I quite like this one. You can also change the note once you've selected it. So you can change the pitch, you can go up and down octaves. So I think I'm going to go for this one. And it's also got a built-in arpeggiator. Now I'm just going to use this to lay down a flat hi-hat pattern. There are different patterns that you can use, but I'm just going to use the basic one for this. And then I'm going to layer a kick and a snare over the top. Now once you're in the looper, you can stop and start recording and preview sounds and then put them into the loop. So that's a good feature. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and build up a full drum loop. So let's go ahead and do record and play. And then I'll do inst and Wunder to get into the arpeggiator, and then I can use it on this hi-hat. And you can see the LEDs at the top here, they show the progress of the loop as well. Okay, and we can take off record here, and now we can find a different sound. Quite like this snare, so we'll put record on again. Okay, we'll take off record and we'll find a kick. Turn that down a little bit. Okay, that was slightly off that first kick, so we'll undo using the Wunder button. We'll try that again now. Okay, cool, that's sounding all right. Now, I've stopped the loop, so I can't start that again now and start layering. But what I can do is save that to a sample slot. So we'll go to Sample, and we'll choose Bank 1, Slot 1. And you can choose all these banks and all these slots. So there's so many slots to save to. And all you have to do is do Record and Sample. And you can see that progress there, that's saving it. And now that we're in that slot, if we press F here, the F key, this is going to play back what we've saved. And we'll turn it up. And then what I can do is just press and hold record and hold this pad, and it will put it back into the looper. And that means then that we can begin layering things again. So it's a bit of a workaround, but this is really nice and easy to do. So we just press and hold record. And there we go, that's done. So let's maybe find a lead now that we can put over the top. Take off record. Okay, finally found something, so let's put this in. Let's see what we can come up with first. Okay, let's go ahead and find a bass, so we'll turn record off. That last one was a bit off, so I'll undo it. We'll save that to sample slot 2, so press sample and 2, and then record sample. So that saved it again. And I'll just do one more time of putting this back into the looper, and then we'll record a lead over the top. See if we can find another nice lead to include. Okay, so we'll have a look now. Okay, that sounds alright. It's not the best thing in the world, but you get the idea of how the process of the device works. We'll go ahead and sample that into slot 3. So the next thing I want to do is kind of organize them in a way that I want. I've only really got 2 main patterns here, one with the synth, one without, but that's alright, just to show you guys how this works. So I'm going to go ahead and load up sample slot 2, which is this one. I'm I'm going to choose groove and slot 1, bank 1, and record groove. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same for sample slot 3. So I'm basically just copying these samples into the groove area. So groove, and then we'll choose 2 and record groove. Now what I should be able to do is go groove and wonder at the same time, hold those. Now that groove's flashing, that's basically going to allow me to choose the order that I want these to play back in. So we'll just do a simple 1 2 1 2 thing. We press record. 1 2 1 2 1 2. That should do it, and then we should just do groove to complete that. And hopefully now, if I press play, it will play them back in that order. And there we go, that's just alternating between loop 1 and loop 2, which I've copied across from the sample area and put in the groove area. Okay, it's the next day, and I just wanted to round off this video. I just wanted to point out that that example that I showed you, it was just something that I made for the sake of the video, and I'm sure much better music can be made with this device. I really hope so anyway, because it didn't come out sounding all that great, but that's because of me, not because of the device. Now, Wunderkammer told me that this isn't the finished article, and one thing I think could really elevate this is sample chopping. So if we could get samples in and then chop them over the keys and play those into the looper, I think that would make the device way more appealing to way more people. Especially me and you guys in this audience as well. A lot of us are into sample chopping, so that would be really, really cool. Another update, which I don't know whether they'll be able to do because it might be hardware related, is allow music streaming via the USB-C. So if you could plug in a device, sample in through that, and then chop, I think that would really, really elevate this device. I would love to see those features added if they could. I'm definitely going to drop them an email and see if it's possible. That's probably my biggest takeaway from this device. It's really fun in the sense of using the built-in sounds and things like that, but being able to add chop drums, chop samples, chop anything basically would be very, very cool. One little bit of feedback as well, which I don't think they'll be able to change either, is the LEDs on the function buttons at the top here. Now, it's okay when they're just lit up to show you that something's happening, but sometimes you have to do key combinations where you hold them down and you have to wait until one of the buttons is flashing. Well, you're holding it down so you can't actually see if the button has started flashing or not. So a little bit of a design flaw there, I think. It might have been better if they included the LEDs above the buttons instead, or if the whole button kind of lit up, I don't really know. There's definitely better ways they could have done that, I think. So my overall conclusion is this is a very fun piece of kit. It's very portable, you can just throw it in your bag. And yeah, with a few updates, I think this could be a really powerful piece of equipment. So I hope you enjoyed finding out more about that, guys. Don't forget to check out the links to their Kickstarter and to the official website as well. You can read the full manual there and understand the device a little bit better. Big shout out to my members that support me monthly, and I'll be back with another video very, very soon.